What is going on, my friends, and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Well, it seems as if this could be Kaspa's last chance to build up some support and hopefully get a breakout to the upside before we could see a rather continuous downtrend for the next couple days, if not the next couple weeks. And so with that in mind, I of course want to prepare you as much as possible, and so let's not waste any more time at all, and let's get straight into the video. Now, looking at Kaspa, what we can see is that yes, its price honestly hasn't done the best, but it's not done the worst, right? It's kind of just been consistently sideways for the last damn near year, realistically, right? We had these highs and we had the lows, and we've had the highs and we've had the lows. And no, it's not dumping, and no, it's not pumping, but it has stayed rather consistent. And I do like to see that after seeing such a massive run like it saw. I mean, Kaspa absolutely smashed it in 2023, which realistically was a year where most cryptos didn't do that well, whereas Kaspa just said, screw it, I don't care, I'm going up 1,500%, see you later, dork. And so yeah, you know, the fact that it's going sideways right now is kind of rounded off a little bit. It's rather normal. It's something that you would expect. But what we are seeing in the shorter term, as I mentioned before, is the fact that this could easily be Kaspa's last chance to try to hold the support, which is currently sitting at 0.108, or right around 10.8 cents. And if it doesn't hold that support, I do think that we could see this thing really pull back another possibly 17 to upwards of 30% to the downside. And there are some major implications that come with that as well that you definitely need to be aware of. Now, what I am going to, the reason that I'm saying that this is its quote unquote last chance is because it's now sitting on the 618 to 786 Fibonacci retracement zone. Now, we drew this zone by drawing in the range from this low all the way up to this high. There's your swing low, there's your swing high. Now, as you start to retrace through this pump, you're going to run into things called retracement zones. Now, the strongest retracement zone on a crypto's chart is the 618 to 786 zone, which is, as you can see right here, between 0.1225 and 0.108. So around 12.25 cents and about 10.8 cents, roughly. Here. Now, this zone, again, is the strongest zone that you will see for a crypto in general. So what that means is that, generally speaking, as you run into this zone, you should be able to find support and continue upwards. And if you're not able to find support here and continue upwards, you're very likely in a trend which is so strong to the downside and so bearish that you're likely going to see it continue further, oftentimes going even lower than that previous low in which you saw that created the range itself. That's why Fibonacci extensions are so important, because when you lose this zone, you're likely not only going to continue downwards, but you're likely going to continue lower than that previous low towards your extensions, which in this case looks like 7.75 cents for Kaspa. And so where I'm at right now mentally is that we need to see Kaspa's price hold up this zone right around 10.8 cents. If it's unable to, and if its price does continue lower, and we see the 4-hour first, then daily closes below 10.8 cents, I would actually start to expect that Kaspa's probably going to make another move of about 14 to 15% to the downside to start retesting these previous points of support back here and possibly try to put in some type of double bottom. But what you have to remember is that, again, if this zone fails to hold as support, the likelihood of this one holding as support goes down a lot. And I mean a lot, like probably 30-40%. And because of that, then of course you have to start to consider that a further continuation to the downside is then on the table. Now, the issue with that, generally I'd be like, it's not a big deal, right? You would just want to start accumulating and buying as it goes lower. But the issue is that would be the first time that Kaspa puts in a major, like a macro lower low since, dude, I mean, like maybe ever, right? Yeah, I mean ever, realistically, because you got to think, we saw Kaspa low, higher low, higher low. I mean, all higher lows. And if we see Kaspa's price come back down and lose that 0.093 cent level, then we're in a situation where we come down here, and this is the very first time that it's put in a macro lower low. I mean, is that terrible? Is that the end of the world? No, it's not the end of the world. But it is something that you have to consider, and it could be some type of implication that the run for Kaspa was in 2023, and it might not be as crazy this year as it was in 2023, right? It might have some type of kind of constrained growth because now it's setting a macro downtrend, which is a little unusual, especially within a bull market. So again, it's not the end of the world, but it is something that I would be rather concerned about in general. So overall, again, it's not the end of the world yet. There's really no need to panic ever. But right now, what we need to see is that Kaspa's price is able to hold this 0.1 10.108 level, hold 10.8, 10.7 cents, use that, in best case scenario, get above this damn trend line. And if we can do that, now we're looking real good for a continuation. We got this little double bottom that it would have put in. We broke the trend. Now we're looking good to come retest 16, 17 cents. But if this level does holding, and I would be expecting, once we get the 4 hour and the daily closes below this level, I would be expecting first a continuation back down to around 9 cents, and then we'll have to just figure it out from there. So I will continue to update you. I don't mean to be bearish. I don't mean to worry you. I don't mean to do any of that, but I just have to be honest with you and tell you whenever we are seeing these moments which are somewhat concerning, especially for things like Kaspa. So if you do enjoy these videos, if you do enjoy the content, please do let me know by subscribing to the channel, by liking this video so more people see it, and commenting down below your thoughts and what you're doing with Kaspa right now. Of course, I can't wait to talk to you all there, and I can't wait to see you all in future videos. So I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.